Socotra. A place so remote and so unique that half of its species can't be found anywhere else on Earth. An island where nature has evolved on its own path, untouched, unhurried, and truly unlike anywhere else. Here, there are no big hotels, no tourist resorts. Life is simple, and that's exactly the beauty of it. After landing on Socotra, we set out toward our first destination, Detva Lagoon. A place I had seen in photos, but nothing prepares you for the real thing. The water stretches endlessly, shifting colors with the sun, from deep blue to vibrant turquoise, and the landscape feels like it belongs to another world. From Detva, we made our way towards a tiny fisherman's village where a small wooden boat was waiting for us. We set off along the Shoab coast, and almost immediately we were surrounded by towering cliffs and mountains that seemed to rise straight out of the sea. The water here is so clear that you can see the rocks beneath, even far from shore. And the closer we got to the coastline, the more it felt like we were stepping into some undiscovered world. Sailing between these massive rock formations with the salty breeze in our faces was already unforgettable. But then came the dolphins. At first, just a few fins breaking the surface, and then dozens. Pods of dolphins racing alongside the boat, jumping and spinning like they had been waiting just for us. I've seen dolphins before, but never this many and never this playful. It really felt like for a few magical minutes we were part of their world. Not long after, we reached a beach that looked almost unreal. Kilometers of untouched white sand, framed by the crystal clear waters, and not a single hotel or sunbed in sight. Just a few fishermen pulling in their nets and us. Completely alone on what could easily be one of the most beautiful beaches in the world. And that's what makes Socotra so special. In a world where every perfect beach seems to come with a row of umbrellas and resorts behind it, here you find raw, natural beauty, and nothing else. But our adventure was just beginning. The next morning we packed up camp and drove inland. Along the way, we passed fields of pink flowering bottleneck trees. Strange bulbous plants clinging to cliffs and growing only here, in the isolated environment of Socotra. After a few hours of rough driving, we arrived at Firmin Forest, and stepping into it felt like walking into another planet. Here, the dragon's blood trees dominate the landscape. Their thick trunks and umbrella-like canopies look completely alien. And knowing that some of these trees have been growing here for over 200 years only makes it feel more special. Spending the night under their twisted branches with the Milky Way stretching across the sky was one of the highlights of the trip. You can almost hear the island breathing around you. But Socotra isn't finished surprising you. After the forest, we made our way to the white sands of Zahek dunes. Endless hills of powdery sand that roll all the way to the Indian Ocean. Standing at the edge, looking out over the dunes and hearing only the wind and the distant roar of the sea, you could almost imagine yourself lost in the Sahara. From the desert, we went to find a hidden oasis called Wadi Khalisan. Crystal clear turquoise pools tucked between rocky walls, waterfalls cascading over smooth stones, and natural slides carved by the flowing water over centuries. It's the kind of place where you can't help but jump in, swim under the falls, climb rocks, and just feel like a kid again. Pure, simple joy. And still, there was more. As we neared the end of our journey, we visited towering dunes of Arur Beach, where white sands pile up against a mountain wall that shoots almost vertically into the sky. Climbing these dunes is no small task. The sand is loose, the slope steep, and the climb seems endless. But when you finally reach the top, after what feels like hours, you're rewarded with one of the most breathtaking views I've ever seen. The endless Arabian Sea on one side, the dramatic cliffs on the other, and the feeling of standing at the edge of the world. The dunes are shaped by powerful monsoon winds that sweep across the island every summer, picking up the sand and piling it high against the cliffs. It's a place shaped by forces much older and stronger than us. Looking back at the trip now, what stayed with me wasn't just the landscapes, or even the places we visited. It's the way Socotra made me feel. Completely disconnected, in the best possible way. No signal, no noise, no rush. Just the sound of the waves, the wind, and my own thoughts. There's something about this island that invites you to slow down, to breathe deeper, to feel more. And maybe that's what made this trip so special. It's not just beautiful, it's raw, it's wild, it's alive.